What up? Peace, peace, peace. Hope all's well, everybody. Just gonna come back with another video, man, and I want to get to how it's how, especially for our people, this is for our brothers, and yeah, mainly this are our people in general. It's okay, to give somebody else credit and be inspired by somebody, and big each other up, man. That's okay because many times, cause I grew up here in Philly, and many times that will happen, brothers growing up, it's like brothers are so afraid to this people here, especially our people, are so afraid, just because here in Philly was like afraid to give other people props because it can be considered like digging, because that's what they say here in Philly, like, oh man, stop digging on them, oh man, why are you on this top or whatnot, when you just give somebody their props and give somebody their respect and their whatsoever field they're in, or you just like how they carry themselves or their character and whatnot, man. So and that's big on our people, man, because it's like, especially, it's okay to be inspired by somebody. It's okay to, give somebody their props, give somebody their flowers or shout somebody out. That's all right, man. Be inspired by somebody, man. Because it's like, because we're so like, that doesn't take away from, who you are, just to, big somebody else up, man. So I just want to get, the beginning. I'm not gonna get scripture. I just want to get on the beginning of Ecclesiastes Sirach, because I just want to focus on this part, because he was heavily, once you read, if you read Ecclesiastes, he was heavily influenced by Solomon. He was heavily inspired by Solomon. Damn near certain precepts he's saying the same thing. So I just want to get this. So this Jesus, or it's talking about Sirach. This Jesus did imitate Solomon, or this Yahushua Jesus. It's really talking about Sirach. This Jesus did imitate Solomon, and was no less famous for wisdom and learning, and both being indeed a man of great learning, and so reputed also. I'm gonna read that again. My bad. This Jesus did imitate Solomon, and was no less famous for wisdom and learning, both indeed a man of great understanding, great learning. I'm sorry, and so reputed also. So. He was heavily, I want to focus on mainly, he was heavily influenced by Solomon. So he actually, there's a lot of verses, scriptures that, if you read it, he's saying the same thing, man. So it's okay to be influenced. It's okay to be inspired by somebody. It's okay. That's not like, being on the top. That's not like digging and something. Like if you give somebody props, or you like how they conduct themselves, or you compliment somebody, man. That's big. That's big of our people, man. We're so afraid of that, and we're so like, that's kind of looked down upon, But it's always a balance to that, because you don't want to be like I wanted to pass like a fan of somebody, a fanatic to somebody. Then that becomes idolatry. You don't want to do that, because that's unhealthy, man. That's spiritually, that's unhealthy, and that could lead to your downfall. That's why you see it all the time in the movies. The biggest fan becomes, now they actually meet that's why the saying goes, never meet your heroes, but the fan, they actually meet, the person that they admire, and the person in their mind is not, the person in their mind is not who they, the person that they're a fan of is not who they are, and how they're supposed to be in their mind. So they turn against that person. Now they become the biggest hater. So that's a balance to that. So you don't want to do that. But it's okay to give people, the props. Especially our people. It's okay to big each other up. It's okay. It's not taken away from nothing, man. Because it reminds me of time like y'all probably grew up, going to school, in high school or elementary school, or some either or middle school, elementary school, whatever in school. So the teacher would like, have the students to get in a circle, and they'll say, say something about such and such. Say something about such and such. What do you like about them? Then certain like student, they would say like, well, okay, I like their. It'll be quiet for a minute. They'll be like, okay, I like. They'll look at your shoes, say, oh, I like your shoes, and I like your shirt, or I like this and like that. But when the teacher said, okay, name something that you don't like about this, they would start, it went rapid fire, and not say, okay, I don't like this about you, I don't like this about you, I don't like, this is what I don't like, this is what I don't like. But when there was time to say, what did you like about the person. It was it was quiet. It was all nothing. It was all something. It was quiet. It was just something about their outward appearance. It's something about their physical appearance or their clothing or shoe or attire. But you had nothing positive to say about their character. You didn't have nothing positive to say about their personality. They say, okay, even though I don't like this about you, but I do like this about you. That was never. I remember that. It used to always stick out to me when I was going to school and what was I saying? And yeah, so it'll be quiet then, but when it was something negative, we just get riled up. We just like that, like saying like, oh yeah, like it's like going into like I go into it before. It's like the double Dutch spirit. Like okay, I'm just waiting that something like the right thing hits my ear about this person, or the right thing time to pounce on this person. Then I'm gonna say, then I'm lash out on, or I'm just say what I don't like about them, man. So that always stuck out to me when I was in the student going to and I was guilty of that at certain points, when I was growing up and going to school, because that was really that always was key to me, because it's like we're so big to point out what we don't like in a person, but opposed to what is good qualities about that person. What good traits do they have? But that's when it gets crickets and silence. But but when there's something of like negative, we got the whole brochure, we got a whole grocery list to say about what we don't like about the person. You could just feel out, okay, I don't like this, and you're this, you're that. But and it all comes down to like having that evil eye, and not looking at each other a certain way, not loving each other a certain way, and that goes into like striving out. Actually, let me get it, man. I was gonna go to get a scripture, but what I went into earlier a while back. This is Proverbs chapter 3, and there is a 3 and 30. It says, "Strive not with a man without cause, if he done thee no harm." So that's going into it's just something about that person I don't like, or even though they didn't do anything to me, it's something about them I just don't like. Okay, I don't have nothing positive to say. I don't have nothing good to say. I don't have nothing good to say about them. But if it's all negative, okay, I have something to say about them. But when it's like something positive, say it's crickets, it's silent, but it's a ghost town. But when it's something negative, that's when that spirit starts to rise up, and that spirit. Then now it's like you finally like the person like woke up. It's like, okay, now you see the change in their countenance. Like when there was something positive to say, it was silent. It was a ghost town. You could hear a pin drop, but quiet as a church mouse. But when there was something negative to say, you had our people do that. Like we got a whole lot to say, man. And so, but this is it's key that we big each other up, man. We know we we all got our things about each other. That's what these scriptures are for, keep us in line, to correct each other, and but still love each other, man. Say the good, see the good, within, and there's also good within us. Is also bad within us, There's righteousness in us, and there's no transgressions in us, man. So I just wanted to point that out, man, because it's okay to be inspired by somebody. It's okay to big somebody up, man. That's just I don't know. Being inspired by somebody admits that, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. It's nothing wrong with that, man. Our people got the mentality it's going to take away from them if it's going to make me look weak if I big somebody else up. It's going to make me look like I'm dick riding, or I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm just bigging somebody up. That person's good at that. That person has a good quality. Oh, I like how that brother carries himself, man. I like how that sister carries himself. But, yeah, man. And when I read this, extra, so I highlight this extra when I read it, because he was really, he's heavily influenced by Saul, man. So it's okay to be influenced. It's okay to big somebody up, man. That's why the scriptures say, let us praise famous men, man. Let us, give credit, So that's it, man. That's why. That's really it, man. That's really what I go into, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So. Yeah, man, I ain't got too much on that, man. But just remember, man, at the end of the day, man, it's all right to, big. It's okay to big each other up, man. It's okay to give credit to somebody that you like what they do, what good quality they have, or they're talented at this, you're gifted at that, man. It's all right, man. and realize that, it's all part of it, man. We all got, Most High created it, gave us certain different things, man. So yeah, man, that's it, man. Hopefully it's edifying, man. Y'all have a good day, man. So Most High bless, man.